Can you hear me? This sucks, because I always need to, like, test it before. And then I gotta wait, because latency. All that good stuff. If I sound too quiet, let me know. If the music's too loud, let me know. If whatever. Well, Mr. Linewriter, I don't know what means. I don't know. Alright, loud and clear. Alright, Phoebe, Squiddy, Keston, how are we doing? Freedom Burgers. Nunovsky, how are we doing, buddy? Thank you for the recommendations for Portugal. It was beautiful. Nunovsky sent me on a wild trip to find the best pastel de nata in Portugal, which was fantastic. And it turned out great. Hello, Potatoes Police. I remember your name. Glad to have you back. All right. Predator Pack, hello. All right, let's get started. Welcome home. I forgot the leaf cam was still there. But it's fine. That's a remnant. It's a remnant from the last stream. Which we got a lot of good stuff done. We did. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I was supposed to edit videos today, but I did not want to edit videos today, so I'm like, yeah, let's do a live stream instead. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Phoebe. Thank you. Hello, Olek. All right. So yeah, I think our plan for today, I want to wrap this up. This is not too much work over here. We're just going to decorate this little area. And I want to finish an entire habitat. Whether it's the lions, whether it's the elephants. I feel like I should go for elephants because it's going to be like, oh man, we got that big one done. All right, all we got to do is 2 smaller ones. I could also lay out this one too, but I don't really know. What is up, Job? Squiddy? Well, if you missed the last one, we're happy to have you here. We're happy to have you here. But yeah, I think enough stalling. Let's just get building. Let's get placing. How are we all doing? It is a lovely, lovely little Sunday. Me and my precious, we both decorated the tree. I hung out some lights outside. And we are getting into the festive spirit. Hello, you will always be a gem. Remember that name. That is a very complicated name. Go for lions? I think I might. I think lions might be... That might be the move. Also, I'm going to pause it because the cows mooing every 5 seconds is kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying me. It's great, don't get me wrong. It's just, oh man. Catherine, happy to hear it. I'm happy that you're able to catch the stream. The videos have been fun as of late, but I know it's not really everyone's style. I know not everyone likes the Planet Coaster videos that like at the end of the day, it's my channel and I want to put out stuff that I both enjoy doing and that I'm proud of. So if it doesn't really fit your build, that's totally fine. It's whatever, just as long as the videos are always up, you can always go back to your favorite series of mine. That's all I really care about. That's all I really care about. Gaming Giraffe, hello. Apic, how are you? Happy to have you all in here as we kind of get decorating. I'm just like a smidgen under the weather, so I apologize if I'm not as talkative as the last time. I was going on tangents left and right. That was very fun. You'd think the creators of the game are too nervous to put in flying birds. Honestly, I am too. I don't want them to fly away, you know? Alright. That's good. We have that all set up right there. Let's see what we can do. Okay. I had plans for the small 5 in here. Okay, and I think this is where I should probably get recording. I think this is probably where I want the small 5 to be. We need a boggy bottom revamp. Oh my gosh. I did not see Cake started doing props. Hold on. This is new information. It is the 100th mod special. And some statues to go with them. That is awesome. Hold on. Okay. We gotta show this off. Oh, that is so cool. That is cool. So Cake is starting to do signs now, which is very freaking awesome. Harpy Eagle's her 100th mod, so that's very, very cool. That's awesome. Good on you, buddy. All right, that's very cool. All right, so small 5. I gotta look at my list. I had a list of animals I chose for this. Let me look it up. Small 5. Or did I type it in with the 5? What did I... I know it was a buffalo weaver. So I think I want to make a buffalo weaver nest. And I think we're going to go for white-headed buffalo weaver. I think that's going to be good. Okay. So white-headed buffalo weavers. They have nests kind of like this. How the hell we're going to get that to translate in here? Heaven knows. But I think I have an idea. Going to do a smaller path down here. We're going to do curbs. Okay. So that right there is a path. It doesn't look like it, but trust me, there's a path there. I think in here we're going to do a guest... What do you call it? The vista point. So this is just going to be a way for the guest to actually make it in here. So I think right here is where a path is. So if we go right in the center right here, we can outline it. And I think I do want to mark this. So let's go down smallest ones. Let's go for highlight paths. Yeah, this is my only issue with Planet Coaster. We don't have curbless things. Rhinoceros, beetle, antlion. Yes, thank you, Nick. Thank you. You love harpies. They're your favorite bird. Harpies are so cool. Harpies are so cool. All right. I think I want to do something like this. And these are trees by Booty. Very interesting name, I know. But these are incredible lifesavers just for getting, like, a little bit more unique trees in here. I love them for that. I do want to remove some branches from up here, though, because I want this to feel kind of interesting, I guess. I don't know. Let me see if there's a beaver dam. Let me see. I think there might be something. Nest, maybe? I don't want to open up Steam because that's just going to make so many issues. I think these are going to be very good pieces right over here. The Liana vines. It's just going to be a matter of how do we make kind of like a circular nest. But I think I have a theory. You probably could mix all 5 species, but I'm not really feeling it. I don't know. I kind of want like... So my idea is not to have the actual animals in there, but I want to have like larger kind of like kind of playground-ish elements. I think that'd be fun. Niall, I could... Liana vines. I could tell Frontier to add whatever, but they will not listen to me. They will not listen to little old me. Alright. So I did not know this. Actually, no, it doesn't work in here, so I'm not even going to finish that thought. Okay. So we have that. And I think I'm going to double it up kind of like this. And then kind of like that. How have you all been? Are you all getting into the holiday spirit? I really wasn't feeling too holiday spirity as of late, but we finally decorated our tree. And I would happily say that, yeah, we're feeling it today. Yes, Saurus. That's so exciting. Alright. This... It's going to be big. It is going to be very big. But I think that is going to make it very fun. So, again, I'm going to get some more mud pillars. We're going to kind of orient it that way. Kind of lining up those sides right there. And I think we place it right down there. And we basically do the same thing we just did. And this should give us kind of like a good enough curve, I guess, to where it might look pretty good. I hope so, at least. And I apologize if I'm not really reading chat all too much while I'm making this, because building, unfortunately, requires just a little bit more mental focus of me today. It's not like doing the, what was I doing before? All the planting and the grasses, yeah. It's just a little bit more complicated than that. See, I'd like that. And I think mud. If we get a mud pillar right in the middle over here. Okay, perfect. So they kind of link up again. I think if we do this... And you guys might see what I'm getting into right now. I just gotta select that. This is going to be big. It's going to be very big. But I think it will be worth it just so we can have just a little bit more interest in here. I don't know. Will I get back to Megaquarium? I think I answered that the last stream, Fish Legs. I do love Megaquarium, but it's not really a game that I can hop into all the time. It's definitely one that when there's another DLC, I will happily do like an entire kind of aquarium based around it, but for the time being, probably not. At least not for a while. Right now, I'm very much hooked on the coasters. The coasters are very fun. Right, this might look a little bad, but it's fine. It is fine. Thank you, Da'aria. Appreciate it, appreciate it. I put in a lot of effort as of late for the videos, just making sure that you guys have the most entertaining content you can possibly have, especially when it comes to some of those things. It's very fun to put them together for y'all. Alright. You see, this is where I wish we had scaling, because that would make this process much easier. But I think we should be able to cut time in half by simply kind of like duplicating stuff up and down. I think that might be a little bit of a lifesaver right there. Welcome back, Squiddy. Happy to have you here. Hello, T-Rex. I think the real Mikulutano was the friends we made along the way. This is true. This is certainly true. Alright. I kind of like this. This is fun. And yeah, once it actually gets big enough, we can start to do that. But yeah, I miss scaling. I miss scaling so much. Honestly, I have an idea. I don't want these. Get rid of you. Goodbye. Oh, well, screw it. It's fine. We'll just do this. Alright. And I do have this royalty-free African beats music going on right now. So we can get really into the vibes over here. I think I'll do kind of like some curved pieces like this. Maybe that will work out well. Wait, is it really? That's funny, Nick. It's very iconic. But yeah, the playlist is African background music, no copyright. So I guess we finally solved the mystery. Alright. That's good right there, so we can do multiple rows at once. Have I heard a howler monkey call? Yes, they don't even sound like howls. They sound like... I don't even know what you call that, like... I don't know. It's a very strange noise. What habitat am I working on? This isn't technically a habitat. We're currently working on some education for white-headed buffalo weavers. Because one of the concepts I had for this park was to do Africa's Little Five, which is going to be represented by whatever the big five's kind of like side animals are, I guess. So, you know, I have buffalo, so I'm doing buffalo weavers. Why are there pieces over there? You should join back up. So yeah, we have buffaloes for buffalo weavers. We have elephant shrew for elephants. And yeah, we'll just get into a whole bunch of nonsense when it comes to all that stuff. It's very cute. I like that idea. And I think... How tall? How tall? How tall are these guys? I think we actually might be able to cap it off soon. I mean, I don't know. I would like to make their nest nice and tall, but we gotta think realistically over here. If we want to finish this zoo, gotta finish this. But I think we should be able to do something kind of fun with this. Let me just get these pieces out of here. Honestly, that'll give us some texture. It's all good. What's the idea here? Yeah, I just explained it. Nuno. Why are there... I don't want those part of them. Get out. Get out of here. Am I going to upload this park to the workshop? Absolutely. Absolutely. I just gotta finish it, which is the big thing. Alright. I think we can start to cap this off right here. And then we can kind of pull some pieces all throughout here. Just make it feel a little bit more interesting. There we go. Leaf, thank you, Leopard Hunter. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Hello from Louisiana. Someone take away my United States card, because I should not have pronounced that like that. Yes, I'm waiting for pelicans too. They're some of my favorites. Very beautiful, beautiful bird. Speaking of beautiful birds, look at this. Kind of like this. It's a very cool vibe going on. I think if we just copy some of these. And we just kind of place them right at the top over here. Flip them around. Do something kind of like this. Have I ever been to the Columbia Zoo in Columbia, South Carolina? I have never made it past Virginia, actually. I would like to. But unfortunately, my travels have never brought me down there. But if you came there from San Diego and you say it's a good zoo, I'm inclined to believe you. Because there is no beating the king. Alright. We're going to separate all of these from that group, then group this boy up. I kind of like this. This is, we're only using one piece in here, which, if I really, really wanted to, I would use multiple pieces, but I kind of like the texture it's giving. I don't know. It's kind of fun. Let's, get just one more bunch. One more little bunch. And plop these guys down right here. Get rid of all but one mud pillar, then we can kind of group that boy up once more. And I think that should be good. How many pieces is that? This is going to give me a heart attack. There. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous amount of pieces for something that looks like this. But you know what? It's fine. It's for education, right? So what I want to do, I want to angle this. And we can start to chop off pieces in here. Just using my right click in here just to get rid of some. Hi, beach mode. How are you? Oh, yeah, of course. Like, if San Diego is up there, but for a medium zoo, I think that's fair. Right. Oh, yeah. Like, at the end of the day, Nick, it's kind of just like, I don't know. I'm gonna cover this with foliage anyway, so you're really only gonna see, like, oh man, I'm entering a nest. So I'm not really too concerned. I think I do want a little bit more curvature, but I think I'm gonna need to manually override it. Kind of like this. Yeah. Yeah. It's not perfect. Let me see. I think we might be able to get away with kind of sinking some of these down. So that way we can at least give the floor a little bit more definition. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate it. This is not my full potential. I just want to say that. This is... I can do much more. I can do much more than this. It's all good, though. It's all good. I do kind of want to. Let me see something. What do their eggs look like? They're just pictures of the babies, none of the eggs. That's fine. That is fine. What do you... Art shape. Nope. Are they called primitive? They are. That's the one thing I miss. That currently is not a thing in Planet Coaster. Miss just being able to type in multiple things. Alright, well, I'm just gonna make these kind of like an off-white, kind of like a cream. Actually, no, there we go. They're kind of splotted. Splotched, I guess. So I think we do kind of like that. They're usually in clutches of 3, it looks like. We go kind of an off-white-ish with kind of pink splotches, it looks like. Go for a little bit more of like a cream. Yeah. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright. Let me see what I have. I think some decals might do the trick over here. I wonder, though. Yep. Ah, shoot. Does that not work? Oh, it does. It just doesn't do what I need it to, which is a shame. I think we might be able to get away with this. Let me... Yeah, they're kind of like a burgundy-ish. Go kind of like that. So yeah, I'm trying to get like little splotches onto the eggs. But I think we just got to push these down into it just a little bit. Kind of gives them a little bit more of a painterly effect, which is kind of what I want out of them. Like, it's not perfect, but it'll do. It will certainly do. Ace, I am 26. I am very old. Ready for retirement. I'm an old boy. I kind of like this though. Like, obviously, don't look too close. Yeah, please don't look close at all, because it's not going to look the best. But if you're, like, back here, I think that has a good effect to it. It really does. I think we just got to decorate them a little bit more. But I think I'll get rid of these ones, and then we can kind of just... Oh, that's cool. I don't know what that means, but sure. I think that's an issue with free build, but I have no idea why that would happen. Alright. Okay. No idea what's happening. Let's try and figure this out. I think I gotta tick alignment inverted. And then once we exit out of there, we should be good. Actually, what I can do, we can just go like that, then deselect that. Work smarter, not harder. Alright, cool. Our egg is ready. Oh my gosh, Brett. Oh my gosh. Truly an old boy. Truly. Alright, let's get some of the bedding in here. Just as a way to help match kind of like the weaving. And I think that might be a good way to help decorate the inside of here just a little bit more. And yes, I do have free build, which allows me to kind of place these wherever I want, especially on like an angle or incline. Helps out a ton. So yeah, it's not entirely mod free in here, but you don't really need to worry about it because you can load in just fine. Alright. That looks good. We need to make the buffalo weaver. This is gonna be fun. Alright. I have a theory, and it involves billboards. So let me take this picture of a buffalo weaver. And we're going to do a little bit of font fun. Need to go to user media, trace hyphen buffalo weaver. All right. How big do we want this? How big do we want this? We do not want him that big. I want him big. Maybe that size. Maybe that size. Let's look. Yeah. Okay. Can come in here. I think I have it as T. Trace Buffalo Weaver. And he is stretched out. Oh my gosh. I need a better picture of him. I like this one. That's a perfect square. Gonna call it 11111. That's fine. I am only as old as I feel. Some days I feel too old. All right, let's try this one. How do these wallpaper billboards work? Do they work good? I would say they do. I would say they do. All right. Font. Let's get started. I have not dabbled with this in such a long time. Also, why is this? We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want random rotation. Where's my comma? There's my comma. All right. Let's get started. I am nowhere near as good as Goron, but if we can get these looking fairly good, I'll be happy. I will be very happy. Go. I think if we kind of turn it on its side, and kind of sink it into the ground just a little bit, we should be able to get the tip of the beak. And I think if we use world axis, we should be able to use just that tip right there. Oh no, that's not good. Well, we can just push it up. All right. 2 pieces done, 1,000,000 to go. Show us the building circular. Ace, if you just rewind it just a little bit, you should be able to see me putting together that buffalo weaver nest, and it will show you exactly how to use exactly that process. And honestly, I really like the white on this already, so I think I might use that. And yeah, we're just going to outline the entire buffalo weaver in white. I think that might be the best way of going about this. And we kind of keep turning it. And then from there we can just play around with this shape, outlining the best that we can. And I think if we come back here, we can fill in the rest of the head. Wish there were a way just to like easily trigger off that billboard so I could see what parts will still need work, but hey, it's fine. But yeah, I'm essentially just making this as a big education sign, essentially. Just so guests can learn about Africa's Little Five. There's no official Little Five, like there kind of is for the Big Five, but I think all in all, it'll just give this park a little bit of extra. Like, we have that whole entrance village, which I think turned out very, very good. But I just think the park needed a little bit something else. All right. That's looking good. Let's continue. I think this is looking all right. You use the bright neon colors, then recolor at the end. That ain't too bad, Nick. That ain't too bad. I think I might take you up on that. Let's push these in. And I think if we just sync this just a smidge. And And I think maybe just a lighter color. Yeah. All right. It's not really that I'm having trouble with the white. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I do want my full stop, but not that one. I want the Noto. Change this one out for a little bit more of a black. I think maybe we kind of tuck in just a little bit of contrast right in here. Yeah. That's looking cute. I think I want that beak kind of raised a little bit though so we don't get the Z fighting. But yeah. It's looking good. Let's get that curvature around the wing done. This is really going to help out. Just so that once we actually do get to the wing, I think I might want to do a single feather, like super detailed, and then we can kind of just cheat using that single feather and just keep on replacing it over and over again. I think that should be good. Except right there. See, that's where it would be nice if we could easily trigger it on and off, but that is looking good, except for these. I'm going to lower these, but it's fine because I want to select them anyways so we can duplicate them. Yeah, baby. Yeah, look at that. That feels good. All right. Well, we should probably do that then. All right. Let's get to work on a feather. So I think it looks like they kind of taper off into like an off kind of brownish gray. So let's go a little bit more right there. Then duplicate it on top of itself so we can select all of these ones. I think I want these ones on top. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then I might flip these on their side, tuck it in a bit, then do something kind of like that. I think that's pretty good. So now that we have that, we can kind of just play around with it, kind of like this. Though these ones would probably be on the bottom, right? Yeah, that's how birds work. I can clean them up at the end too. So I think I just want to get general shapes first. Your American Wilderness Zoo feels so weird without a bald eagle. I know it's a shame that we don't have them. There are ways to get them in your zoo though. Like, you either gotta just ask yourself, do I want to use mods or do I want to use blueprints? I'm fine with either, personally, because I don't know. I like to have my mod-free zoos. I like to have my modded zoos. Cake's mod is very good for it if you're able to use mods, but there's a bunch of really good piece-by-piece birds on the workshop. I forget who has like the most up-to-date American Eagle. American eagle. Bald eagle. But, there's definitely options out there. Honestly, I kind of want to cheap out right here. But do not tell anyone. It's fine. How's that look? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. We just got to move it into place, though. I'm going to select all those. Push it in right there. And then from there, we can kind of decorate this a little bit more. Then we can fill it in with the orange right there. And I'm not sure if I want to have the same style for all the other bugs and like stuff. Like the antlion. I think it might be kind of fun to do it as like a statue. Also, let's bring these over here. Make them a little bit more orange, then bring them back. Twist them in, kind of lower them a little bit more. And there we go. I think that's pretty good. Except for this. I'm not a big fan of that. But honestly, it doesn't even need it. That's the thing. That is the thing. It doesn't really need it. I will say we should probably differentiate the beak from the beak. So let me come in here with a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You play on PS5. How is the PS5 version? Bet it's very sad that you guys don't even have like jaguars or anteaters. Hopefully you'll be getting them soon though. Alright, that... Hold on. Because this turned out really good. That's adorable. Obviously, it doesn't look too good from the back, but... I don't know, I kind of like that. Actually, hold on. I think there might be a way to get it to look good. No, so we can select by color, but we can't kind of like push it back. Oh, Forge, I made a giant buffalo weaver nest that you can walk into that's on the outside of the buffaloes. I was very proud of that. And now we can decorate it. Well, it was already decorated. Now we can hide it. Because I guess that's one of the big things that I always try and emphasize is you don't need to worry about all the details because you can hide most of it. Like, look at that. I like the little bit of fence that's kind of poking out right there, but you don't need all of it to. You don't need it to look like a sterile environment. I'm happy Bird Lady appreciates the birds. Thank you, Keston. Appreciate it. I mean, you're always welcome to make one for me. I'm doing kind of like the opposite of what I typically do. Typically, I try to do smaller bushes first and then work my way up. But I think as of late, I've been enjoying doing the bigger ones first just to get like focal points. Like preserving sight lines and stuff. I don't know. Oh gosh. I know you were telling me about that forge. That's rough right there. Call it winter cleaning. All right. A few more pieces of grass, and then we should be good with this little section. Have I heard the call of the loon? Yes, yes. They're very pretty birds. With a very pretty call. That's good. That's good. I'm happy to hear it. All right. Because what I wanted to do was just finish up the buffalo area so we can move on. Also, my music ran out. You guys should have told me. I know, it's so different from how I build, but it's kind of relaxing. Because I don't need to worry as much, you know? Also, I'm thinking way too Planet Coaster. I'm like, man, we need some more palm trees in here. But I think it helps. Gives you something to walk towards, and then once you're over here, boom, it hits you with all that. Alright, that's looking good. I'm going to save this right here. I'm going to call it Big 5 Zoo 5 Leopard. Actually, no. Buffalo. Just so I can make, like, you know, fun cinematics without spoiling the rest of the episode. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bird Lady. Alright. I love that, though. Look at him. Really would love to find a way to get it to duplicate on the other side, but... would that be too distracting? No, it doesn't even matter. You can't see it. Should we... kind of want to do this. Oh, no. Let's see if we have a branch. So yeah, I like this. I was considering doing the little 5 on the safari itself, but I think that this is going to give us a lot more opportunities to have people go along this trail so that people can learn both different things on the actual car safari and on the walking trail. Do we add a sign for this guy? Yeah. Font. Novu, small 3D. I like the Balboa font, but it's too big. Brooklyn. I'm not feeling these. Implied little 5s. Yeah, I like... The thing is, I didn't want to do exhibits because, I don't know. I feel like it would take away from it, but I like the educational aspect. I think that's fun. I'm using Wyatt's. Thank you, Wyatt. We love Wyatt for this. Buffalo. Am I doing this just so I can stall actually working on a real habitat? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, making the little 5s big. I like that. So, like, they're their own big. Buffalo weaver. Such cool birds. I'm so surprised, like, obviously, I am not advocating for pet trade of species you shouldn't have. But I'm so surprised buffalo weavers, at least in, like, the 1800s, 1900s, never really made their way into the pet trade. Because I feel like they are the perfect candidates for it. They're personable. They're cute. Alright. I want to see if I can kind of mimic the colors that we got going on over here. So we'll take that. I like that. What's my opinion on the Barnyard Animal Pack? I love it. I love it. I was considering streaming my zoo for that today, but I opted more into doing this because I feel like people want to see this park more. And yeah, I like it. I like it. Do not get me wrong. All right. This... Am I going to be lazy? Am I going to be lazy? Yes, I am. Can I just move that all? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Laziness will pay off in this park. Honestly, I love that as a sightline more than the other one. Drop the hypertension shit ever. What? Are you talking about... Oh, yeah, the Harpy Eagle. Yeah, it looks good. Wawa wee wah. Wawa wee wah indeed. Ba-ba-ba. I kind of want to do one over here for the rhinos. Just so I lock in to that. I'll adjust the path later, but I think that's the way to go. I don't know. And then we can... It's not lazy, it's continuity. Thank you, Mads. Thank you. Yes, I love the Barnyard Animal Pack so much. It's very good. Okay, what do I do? Because I'm like, kind of want to continue some of this in here. But I'm going to need to just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Let's get random rotation. And they're not aligning to the surface, but that is okay because that will give interest, I guess. I don't really know. I know it looks like I'm just placing these down, no rhyme or reason, but I have a method. I have a method. I should work on the elephants. You're right, Forge. I don't want to, though. It's gonna scare me. Alright, let's get a little bit more over here. Oh, shoot. We gotta cover that up, but that's fine. Just intermediary dispersed all throughout until like a certain point, but there we go. Now we just sink it slightly into the ground, and that looks good. That looks good. I also wish there were more birds of prey. That would be awesome. But honestly, I don't care anymore. Like I've said this before, it doesn't matter what animals they add. It just does the same thing for me. I like the idea that we have a lot more rocks kind of coming out of this. Maybe we can kind of sink some in. Yeah, that's a good texture right there. I think I'm using Zoov's mud walls in there. They're my favorites. He's doing some awesome stuff. I don't think he has a channel that he posts on too often, but Bro Nation, he is posting the coolest, kind of like, not really mid-Atlantic zoo, I guess you could kind of call his aesthetic, because it's like Delaware, Philly, Pittsburgh, all that stuff. Alright. Let's do a quick little turnaround right there. This song is good. I like it. It's a very good beat. I want somebody to make the Golden Lion Tamarin and Scarlet Ibis mod. I do have plans on updating the Golden Lion Tamarin with Nick. It's just we don't have time, which is a shame. Because that's really all I need. It's just more time. Again, if someone wants to come up with a way to get more hours in the day, please. What am I building for today, Steezo? Well, building for lions. I know everyone wants me to work on the big tempos over here, but I am not feeling it right now. We just finished up the buffalo area, so we have the buffaloes back there. We have the buffalo weaver kind of nest education in here. I do want to get a sign. I'm gonna steal this one. And I think we can just tuck that in. There you go. That's good. So we have a little bit of education in there. We have a little bit of that, but that is looking pretty good. Yep, they would be filled out anyways. That's how they get ya. That's how they get ya. All right. Let's strategize what we want to happen in this habitat. I'm going to type in African lion. Some enrichment just to help them walk around their habitat a little bit more. I like this. All the time, this incremental rotation gets turned on. Have no idea why. I like the fire hose ball. That's always a classic piece right there. I think I want to turn it more into like a go away green kind of. I'll have a couple of them over there. Scratching post is always a really awesome piece. Just plop down, give it a little bit more height. Do they use this? They don't use that. That's weird. Water pipe. We can just stick that back there, I guess. I don't know. I wish we had a scratching tree for African animals. Kind of like an African scratching tree. I don't know what it would be, but I feel like we kind of need that. Let's get some cardboard boxes around here just so that they can play. And I think that should be good. Maybe prey scented sack over there. Just give a little bit more interest. Alright. Now one of my processes that I do, I kind of just go around wherever they wouldn't be walking. And just start planting down grass. So I'm going to go in between those enrichment items. Just kind of going all around. Not anything around the water because they'd probably be walking around there kind of often. And then up this hill, kind of just splotchy grasses. Yeah. Have it be a really nice big open habitat. We'll get some like points of interest in here in just a little bit. I know it's rock. We said this in the last live stream. It's not rock in this zoo. It is going to be mud. And I just love the texture of this as mud so much more. So that is what I use it for. I kind of just do that all around wherever I kind of establish those little trails. Acacia scratching tree. Yeah, that's what I want. They can walk up there, walk around there. Yeah, like the acacia. I just want a new acacia. I'm not going to lie. That would be so good. I think I'm going to go around here all with like a light dusting of sand. Just because we are getting to like the big open plain. I don't want this to be entirely covered by trees. I will have like a few sparse trees. Like I'm going to go in here with Booty's trees once again. I'll kind of have like one up here. I might do a climbing frame up there too. But yeah, I'm going to go through there with one of those, maybe one right there. And as it kind of reaches over here, I want less and less trees. And I think right here we'll kind of cap this off. And then I think I'm going to edit the terrain around here just a little bit. I do not want that. That is disgusting. Holding Y because I have free build on, it lets me kind of edit the terrain just a little bit more. Gives me a little bit more free reign. And then we can kind of just brush her out. And there we go. Like it never even happened, and we'll make that look good. Don't you worry. We'll just push it down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Big 5 Live Yesterats. Welcome. Welcome. We are building for the Big 5 indeed. And today we're building for the King of the Jungle. Even though we're not going to have too much jungle in their habitat. I think I want to keep these sight lines the way that they are. I might throw down like a Sudanese frankincense tree right there. Love this tree so much. It just has such a good texture. Might have one kind of hanging out right there. And I think I want one more other kind of tree. Maybe Duum Palm. Because, yeah, as we enter, like, the more open areas, I think we will want more palms. I just reset the music just so we can jam out a little bit longer. But I think right over here we can have a little bit more forest, and as you kind of reach out here, it tapers off. Alright. Your name is Mud. That's a very good name. Who named you that? Your mother or your father? Your mudder? I'll be here all week. I'll be here all week. And we're just going to connect these areas up with the marula trees. Really love the texture these guys have. And the blackthorns too. Just feels really like a nice African kind of bush, I guess. I don't know. Continue that all the way up here too. And we'll just cover that up. No one needs to know that they can escape from there. Alright. That's looking pretty good. We'll get a few more trees over here too. Yeah, I love using Booty's acacia trees. Not acacias, they're Australian trees, but I love using them as acacias. I think it just makes them look so much better. I don't know. Alright. We are going to combine these two. This was a fantastic little trick I learned on the Bro Nations. It's using the nitria bushes, one flipped upside down, one the right way, so that you can get some really awesome looking kind of drooping foliage. It's very good, especially for areas like this. Dante, how are you doing? What's the type of architecture I am basing my buildings off of? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going with the classic zoo design of, it's Africa. It's a friggin' mud hut. Going for the mud huts. But I think it should be more West African. I did incorporate some Maasai kind of textures in there, so it does have a little bit more of East African. Really, I'm not lending myself to a particular style for this park because I don't want it to be from a specific area, because then you start to be like, oh man, you have a East African zoo, but you're using West African whatever. I don't know. I don't want to get too much into that. Getting too into the weeds over there is just a little bit dangerous sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's my park. I add whatever I want. The antlion. Oh yeah, I forgot that's going to be like right around here. I might do like a little sand pit for the kids. I think that might be fun. I might have it on the inside over here, though, because that might be a little dangerous having these guys right up here. Which, by the way, where are they? Here we go. I have hot wire. I have custom hot wire. So we can kind of just go through here and add these bad boys every so often, making sure that our lions will not escape. Because they will be shocked if they do. They'll be shocked to find out that they will be shocked. Yes, I am using the Lion Remaster because how could any sane person not? It is actually so crazy to me seeing how people, like, who have PCs not use that remaster, because why would you willingly want a worse looking game? It's not even like it's stylized good. It just looks bad. It just looks bad, dude. Ideally, I would connect these up, but I think I'm going to opt not to. But I don't think that's too obtrusive, you know? How did I come up with leaf for the channel? How did I come up with that? Back in the Zoo Tycoon Volcano days, my name was Leafeon. That pretty much explains it. It's actually my Twitch handle. I'm considering starting some Twitch streams soon. Like, maybe I can find a way to double stream. I would like to. I would very much like to, but it's figuring that out that's always just such a pain. I don't know. I kind of enjoy this, how I'm able to just say, oh, OBS, I just want to stream today. Twitch, I feel like, is just so complicated. Like, I gotta get, like, all new designs and banners and stuff. I don't know. Maybe soon. Not now. Definitely not now. Let's get just a little bit more coverage around here. Want to cover up that area, too. Okay. That's looking good. I think we have a good basis over here. Just not sure what to do. Think we do need custom climbing frames, so let's look up climbable. Mods do ruin Frontier's vision, right? No, I agree. I agree. Okay. I'm hitting X on that so I can get synced up with that size right there, but I think what I want to do, I want to use just a little bit of bamboo. Typically, you really only see bamboo for like Asian or South American builds, but I think I just need that as a climbable piece. Are they able to climb on it, though? I know that we have an enrichment piece right there. But it would be cool if they could. Okay, they can. They can, which is going to be very fun. Alright. And they can still use the enrichment, which is very, very good. Can they not use... Are they not able to climb? No, they can. It's just they don't have it turned on in their enrichments for some reason. That's weird. Oh well. But let's get to work on this climbing frame for them. Because I need our cats to be able to do stuff. Because they're very boring creatures in real life. I'm sorry, but they're just not the most interesting creatures out there. They don't do much in zoos, is my thing. But I think we might be able to make them a nice little habitat in here. Bamboo is cheap and effective theming. That's honestly my tagline. That is honestly my tagline at this point. Also, I want this nice big area for them to kind of relax on. It's so crazy that I say that, but I don't use bamboo at all in Planet Coaster. I probably should, but I don't know, my park doesn't really need it at this point. Can you climb? Can you go up there? Yeah, you can. Okay, that's exactly what I want. That is money right there. Okay, so I want a couple of these, now that I know that it works. I want one up here. Yes, I am from Zoo Tycoon Volcano. I was very much involved Back in the day, in the Zoo Tycoon days. I was a shitty little edgy teenager on those forums. I remember I got banned from Northern Skies, but I still wanted to make mods and still wanted to participate, so I made... Ooh, I love this wood. I never use this wood, but I think this is going to be really, really nice. So I made an account. Made another account, you know. The name was Sea Goat. And, if you were an edgy kid like me from back in the day, you might understand why that's kind of a funny name. What's my state on the Kawadi mod? Would you guys care? It's not my original goal. But would you care if... I think I want to make this a lot more industrial. So, like, I think I'm going to go for a lot more, like, man-made pieces. I don't know. But, yeah. Would you guys care if the Kawadi mod releases without the tail animations just for now? Because I tried working on them. My Blender would always crash. It really wasn't doing the best. I need more ideas for frames. Huh. I'm gonna try this. But yeah, I really want to release the Kawadi mod. I'm so proud of it, but like, obviously the tail doesn't do the Kawadi thing, so it's like, well, it's half a Kawadi. But I don't know. Yeah, he's a lion. They don't do much. Hey, Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today. We're gonna make a lion exhibit for Makulutano. I think this might be cool. So they kind of snake up the way. At least this would be how it ideally would play out. Yes, Aqua. So I think you just click X and that shows you, but if it's like off kilter on the world axis, what I always recommend is find like a blank park in your zoo and place down a piece exactly as it appears. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh yeah, I clicked X. Place it exactly as it appears. And if you switch between the axes, you'll always be on that world axis. So you can kind of just build off of that. And then say, for example, you make like a 45-degree turn right there. And then you go back to the world axis. You can essentially just line it up. Basically, just build your stuff separate from where you are. Don't do as I say, not as I do. And then you should be fine. But I think we should be able to do this. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the bamboo, but I like the color it gives. It gives us more control. Axie? Awesome Cobra Tool script extender. Also, I need to turn random rotation off whenever I am building stuff like this, because it is not helping. It is hindering. It is just hindering. It is hinderberging. Please tell me we have good supports in here. It's not the best. It's not the best. But I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. I'm way too in the coaster mindset right now. I'm like, man, I gotta do custom supports. Also, our line is not moving. I'm just sitting here waiting for... Lewis, you do have one. Look. Look. Aye. You do have it. It's right here. You have it. Also, there's the weaver nest. Hello. Did you always have a great eye for creativity and detail? I don't know. I think over time I've gotten better. But, I'm not really sure. And we'll decorate this a lot more so it isn't too starkly contrasted. But I kind of like the color that this gives. Like, it gives this habitat just a little bit more interest compared to the other ones. I don't know, it's kind of fun. No, the first stuff I started building, let me see if I could find it. Because I was super inspired by, like, Poison Blade. From Leaf. How do I do this? From... whatever. One of the things I would do were flying islands. I always loved doing those because Poison Blade had Cayenne al-Bashar. I can't say it as he does. He says it very fun. But I was super inspired by that stuff because I was like, man, this game really does let you do everything. So I did stuff like that, and then I started doing YouTube. So the thing that really sold on YouTube was, oh man, we're doing like realistic exhibits and stuff like that. And I had a lot of fun with that, and I still do, which is why I'm working in here. Which, by the way, speaking of that, I don't like these colors. I want a nice chocolatey brown right there. What are those? Those are ropes. Let's go for a little bit more gray. And I want something a little bit more saturated. Maybe a little bit more yellow. Yeah. Playing with the colors in here just makes it look a little bit better. And then we can support that guy right in the tree right there. But yeah, I would say I always had a little eye for creativity. I mean, back in the day, oh my gosh, this is a throwback. 2nd grade, me and my friends, we would always get our stuff done early. So our teacher was like, yeah, whatever, just freaking color or whatever. But instead, I would ask for a giant roll of paper. Now, this bad boy was at least 6 feet long. It was like the entire size of a human being. And we would do an entire zoo for Pokemon. Just like drawing it out. And it was this 6 feet long master plan. It is gone now, sadly. But, yeah, we would just do stuff like that. I don't know. It was always fun. Alright, how does this look? I'm loving that. And yeah, it just gives it a little bit more interest up here. I like it. And he's able to go up and down there. Let's get something over here for the lions. They should be able to use a blood scent marker so that they'd be able to go up there. And you, sir, what are you doing? Are you just stuck up there? What if I just plop that? Are you good? Okay, you're just stuck. Honestly, I don't care. That's his spot. How old am I? 26. Would I put hyenas in this park? Dante, as much as I would love to. This park is just exclusively for the big 5 at this point. I might throw something in the middle over here, but I don't want to go too much farther than I really have to. And honestly, I'm kind of dragging my feet on finishing this park anyway, so it's like, it's probably just going to be lions, baboons with the elephants, and then rhinos, and then call it a day. Maybe throw flamingos in the middle, but that's really it. As much as I would love to do more, I just want to wrap this one up and get it out to you guys on the workshop so you all can explore it for yourselves. The lion is stuck. No, I know he's stuck. I just want him to be stuck. Because, yeah, he's essentially a prop right there. Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo merge into one game. I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea. I'm sorry. I think someone asked Jonty that yesterday. Which I think I want some of these tropical rocks in here. Let's get a random rotation all on. Yeah, I don't really like that idea personally, because I like my separate spheres. As much as I would love, like, you know, both games getting as much recognition as possible, which means, like, if they were the same game, that would be very good, at least for YouTube-wise, so that, like, both could ride the same content trails, I guess. I don't know. But I like the fact that both are separate, because it means that the zoo functions of Planet Zoo are even more honed, and the coaster and pool functions of Planet Coaster are even more honed. Or at least they will be after certain content drops. How do I make that water look green? You can recolor water. You can recolor water. I'll show you in just a little bit. I just got to place down a few more rocks in here. But I was going to do that anyways. So that's actually good that you asked. Yeah. Alright, let's get just a smidgen more. I really like this, though. This is looking a lot better than I thought it was. I think once you actually start to add your focal points, it just all adds up so much easier. And it doesn't look like much. I don't plan on doing a face reveal. I don't think it really adds anything. Like, oh no, you guys know what I look like. That's crazy. Well. But yeah, no. Not for me. Not really for me, indeed. But yeah, that's how you recolor water. You click on your water, you go to customize, and then you change it. There's a whole bunch of presets too, and there's a bunch of dumb ones like Gulpy. You can change it orange. Street Fox, rest in peace. They killed Street Fox Coffee. Who would have thought? But yeah, you can change it out. Want some of these. Lion Hot Rock. That, not a bad idea. Who said that? Keston? Keston, you're like Rudolph. You're going to go down in history. I wanted to do a Kopi in here. I felt like a Kopi would be fun, but, unfortunately, it's just not something that I do. I don't know. I feel like this texture, honestly, I hate to say it, but this is such a good piece. I'm sure we can find a way to make it look good, but I want it to at least stick out so people are like, oh man, that's a special rock. So I think something kind of like that. Change the crack color to white so that we have a little bit more control. Learn that one from Wyatt Andrews himself. And I think we'll add just a few more kind of like stalactites under there. We'll separate these guys out. Just so that it looks a little bit different, you know? Oh my gosh, Bird Lady. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. I'll need to remember to add your name to the next video. Because that's something I've been doing as of late. I've been adding, like, special thanks to the channel members. Because it really is, it really isn't that much money, but it really does help a lot. And yeah, I just like seeing that little number grow. I try my best to get exclusive content for you guys too. But, I should really start to do that more. I had plans on doing, like, an entire tour of Roger Williams. But my phone just can't handle it. I gotta find a way to actually make that work. I like this rock. That's a nice rock. You don't want a roller coaster over the lion habitat? Kind of like that? I don't know. I kind of like that, though. That's fun. This was, Forge, Forge, if you're there, and Nicholas, we gotta finish that. We gotta finish that park. We gotta show people it. You need call it the Lion Rider. Yes, that's fun. Well, Lewis, you can commission that if that's something that you want. All right. Heated rock. We got all that stuff over there. Made me addicted to Planet Zoo again. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to fuel your addictions. All right. I kind of like that. Let's, I'm going to keep this area relatively open back there because, let's be honest, you're really only going to see it from this angle. And I guess from this angle, too. So we can kind of play around with that. Hold on. I do want to get this ironed out because we do need, and that's something I keep on forgetting, we do need to build for the safari, too. At least building for their view. But I think this should be a quick and easy fix. This is a lion. Yes. Little strong edits. Thank you. Thank you, George. I appreciate that. It's not as fantastic as I want it to be, though. So, she needs just a little bit more work. I need to get these all ironed out. I had a trick that I did for this safari where I was able to switch to a different, what do you call it? Track type. Because, again, this is kind of based off the Planet Coaster engine, Planet Zoo. And they had a lot of remnants left over from the tracks of Planet Coaster when they were making the transport rides. So, what Planet Zoo Plus does, it actually triggers on one of those track elements for these. But since there is no model for it in-game, it essentially serves as a null track. Which is great, because I'm able to do, like, stuff like this, where it looks like the cars are kind of just driving on open road. However, once I did that, I can't change it again. So, that's kind of the double-edged sword I have over here, where it's like, oh man, it's great that I can make this look like this, but I need to kind of plan around it. Especially now, because where are my cars? Where's me car? Do I really only have 3? Can I open it? There was another one. I had no idea where he was. Alright, they should be coming around, though. But I think that's going to look good. Could I make a South American zoo? I really want to. I really want to. Sorry, I'm just grabbing a drink right now. I think I feel like I could put money on the fact that we might be getting an South America DLC soon. Or at least more animals from South America. And I think that might be a good way to bring in, like, the spectacled bear, because I haven't built for them yet. But I think I might be able to squeeze them into San Cabrillo once I get back there. But if the next pack is that, I might do kind of like what we're doing with Makulo Tano, where it's like, I might do a... It's kind of like, it's a mini zoo. It's a mini zoo. Where I might do a mini zoo kind of based around South America. Might find a fun way of doing that. Going through with the buffalo grass, aligning them to the surface. Then once we're done with that, we'll be able to sink it all into the ground. We're going to do 2 types of buffalo grass in here. I think I want to chill it out with the green, though. At least towards that elephant exhibit over there. I want the green to kind of taper out with the forest. What happened to the Capron Park Zoo recreation? What happened with that one? What happened with that one? I think Forge actually worked on it last, which was fun because he's not even close to being around here. But he was actually able to do a decent job on the leopard exhibit, which was fun. Lacey is her name. You know, there are some cool zoos in South America. You don't really think about that too much, but they do have some decent stuff down there. Let's kind of decorate this area up too. Like anywhere where there's like corners, like around here and stuff, I want to make sure I fill out as much as I can with grass, so we don't need to worry about that when push comes to shove, I guess. So that it all looks good in the end. But yeah, especially areas like that, I want it to feel nice and kind of dense foliage-wise. And once we get to like areas down below, like where you would have water runoff and stuff, you definitely have a lot more. No, that's going to be bad. Okay. That's a problem for Leaf in the future. Leaf in the current just needs to focus on grass. Alright. I want to remove some of these because I want to use the dry version. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We'll use a lot of this. And then since we're all working in the same group, if I click on something accidentally, I can just click back on that normal buffalo grass and we should be good to carry on. How many new species mods have I made? Me, myself, I probably made around like, if you're talking like hand-modeled, not hand-modeled, but like, you know, not direct ports. Probably a good couple 100, 100, 200. I have slowed down a lot. I have a couple in the works right now. But, no, I want to slow down, remaster a whole bunch of them too. But I've helped people code, make, etc., over like 500, I guess. I've worked with Line Rider a lot. I worked with Jen a lot. Worked with Monsoon originally. Ginger originally. Still work with TNT. TNT does some really awesome stuff. Oh my god. Sorry, my throat is parched. But yeah, my name's on quite a few of them, which it's not really about the name, it's just about getting animals out there. It's the fun for me. Because I like seeing a nice, lively modding community. Going through with some smaller grasses now, just to help build out a little bit more areas where we wouldn't have a lot of grass, but still trying to make it feel alive, like back here. Even though you really won't be able to see that too much, but it's fine. Going around these pieces. Leo, I dabbled with that idea. I've dabbled with it. As much as I would love to. It's just a hefty investment, personally, that I don't feel as a good payoff for myself right now. Like, I love my shorts more than anything. I have a whole bunch of them planned. Yeah, 2,533 groups. Can you tell I like to work in groups a lot? Yeah, as much as I would love to do a dedicated Zoo Tours channel, I was talking with Linerite about this the other day. It's just not really in the cards for me right now. I enjoy having my mix of content because, like, I don't know, it's me. Like, someone can pop on my channel and they're like, oh man, this guy likes theme parks, he likes going to zoos in real life, he likes making them in Planet Coaster. In Planet Zoo. Jesus. Like, I don't know. That's my kind of 2 cents right there. So yeah, as much as I would love to kind of separate those, I enjoy having them together. It just feels like it's a lot more complete for me personally. And people are able to get a better picture of me, I guess. Alright, going through with just a little bit more green because I feel like even though we want this to be yellow, we still need just a little bit more green in there. Can't wait till modders just release mods where the animals are 10 times bigger. I think Nick had a King Kong mod. I don't know what happened to it. But that would be fun. I have a few from him that I should fix up soon. But currently under wraps. I don't want to get any promises out there too much. There is some good stuff. You're upset that owls didn't come in the Twilight pack? Yeah, tell me about it, brother. All right. There's all our grass. Let's sink her in. Don't want to go too far, but I want it just enough to where it's poking out. That's good. The male is stuck on the climbing frame, but it's because I told him to. I like the idea that the male lion's just standing right there. Because, I mean, just look at that. That's such a cool view. I don't know. Alright. What's next? What is next? We have a bunch of pieces. Drin grass. Yeah. Oh my god. This is why I like to stream, because I could just yap and place down these pieces. So what I do, I just essentially place down a couple of those. And I'll do the same thing again, going all throughout here. Definitely not going to be in a different group. And kind of just going all over. Oh, so the female can get up there, but the male can't get down? That's weird. That is weird. Maybe she's just a girl boss. Maybe she's just a girl boss. Okay. That's looking good. I'm going to sink these slightly in. And that's looking good right there. The AC is on. His favorite music is playing. You know, don't worry about our lion trapped in the hot car. He's okay. And now with these all grouped up, I'm kind of taking a little bit of a lazier approach. I'm going through and just placing these groups everywhere because it looks good. It's not hand placed, but I'm sure you guys won't tell anyone. I'm sure you guys won't tell anyone. But yeah, I enjoy this. This is nice. He's just hiding from his responsibilities. Yeah, tell me about it. Me too. There's a reason why I'm live streaming today and not editing videos, which I should be doing. I have like, how many? I have 7 Zoo Tour shorts that I need to edit. We're about to enter Tech Week. We're about to enter the holidays. I will not have the time to work on that stuff. But here I am, yapping with you all. And avoiding all of my responsibilities. Huzzah. We'll get more grass back here too. And I'm not really too worried about, like, let's just say that big old sand mound right there. We'll cover that with one of the bigger bushes. But yeah, continue that grass. Kind of coming down right here. Kind of thinking about where seeds would disperse. Where some grasses would benefit, where others wouldn't. So like Drin grass feels like it's a very clumpy kind of grass, so I'm trying not to have it take over where let's just say our buffalo grass is kind of taking place, but definitely having the, if there's one piece of it somewhere, you'll see a million of them somewhere, you know? And I feel like they don't really have a too complex root system, so they can kind of be in the sand and whatnot. Oh, tell everyone, please. Go on Bro Nation, say, look at this I can't swear. I can't swear, that's not nice. Look at this chump. Chump's a better word. This guy is not hand placing all of his plants. Makulu Matata. That's good. It means no worries for the rest of your zoo. That is looking fire. Oh, yeah. Not the best lion exhibit. It's very... I'm taking inspiration from York's Wild Kingdom. If you've ever been there, you know that their lion exhibit, not the best. But, gets the job done, I guess. Yep. Oh my gosh, tell me about it. First time home buyer over here. Started doing lawn work. Now I tell you what, that lawnmower has heard me say some very bad words to it. Keeps getting stuck. Keeps breaking down. It's not really a good time. Alright. This is looking good. My music stopped. You guys gotta tell me. Oh, I could loop the playlist. Sorry. I did not know that. Have I wanted a foliage brush for Planet Zoo? It would help, especially in a situation like this. At first in Planet Coaster, I was like, man, I'm not really going to use this thing. It's cool. Like, it's especially good for people who, like, not necessarily the best hand-by-hand, piece-by-piece builders. But let me pull something up, because Rudy figured out something that was insane. Did they remove the from section? Did they remove the from in Discord? Has video in Planco to share. Rudy did something very cool that I'm going to show off. Please tell me this opens. There we go. There's no snow in Planet Coaster 2. So look at what this guy did. And please let me know what you guys think this is, because it is so genius. It is so genius. But yeah, I've been using it a lot recently for kind of just general ground cover, kind of like what you see me doing with, we need some reeds. Actually, let's get papyrus. I never really use the papyrus in game too much, but since we're working in an Africa zoo, I feel like we kind of have to. So we'll just get a little bit of that at the edges. Again, the incremental rotation. No idea why it's doing that. But yeah, he's a genius right there. It is the decals. It is the decals. It's not the moss decal. I think it's like the grunge. But he got it to work so freaking well. I remember he was streaming one day, and I popped in, and I was like, oh man, this guy's working on Blizzard Beach. That seems cool. But then I've been playing the game for as long as he has, and I was like, Rudy, what are you going to use for the snow? Because we don't really have any working pieces. I see him try and use those aquatic rocks, the ones that glow up at night, and I was like, Rudy, turn your game to nighttime really quick. And he was silent for like 10 seconds. It was equally funny and so sad because I had the same idea too, but unfortunately Planet Coaster 2 doesn't have the perfect pieces. It really doesn't, but hopefully whatever comes out in December, I'm really hoping that we get something in December because that's when the hotfix comes out. Hoping that we'll get something good. All right, going through with the reeds to make this area feel just a little bit more interesting, I suppose. We'll use a lot of them around here too. I think we might start to decorate up here too. maybe? Yeah. A few of them down below here, right in this little gully. I think especially trying to link that up with that road up there so it doesn't feel like a harsh cutoff. Alright. Nice shady spots from those rock walls. Can imagine the cat sleeping there all day. Yeah, tell me about it. That's all cats really do, right? I can't remember the last time I've seen, like, active big cats in a zoo. They really have such a hard life, you know? They gotta sleep all day. Maybe you'll see them eating. But, yeah. Alright, let's decorate right over here a little bit. I want to hide this because... why not? Just want to hide it. I will kind of make this feel like nice big open plains that they can kind of be prowling through. You're always amazed with what modders can do with the game. Yeah. It really is crazy. What the Planet Coaster people, the Planet Coaster modders do is crazy to me because in Planet Zoo, we pretty much have a decent working game, you know? We have our exhibits, we have our animals. Really, the only mods that Planet Zoo needs are the new species mods to me. Like, I don't know. The new prop mods are great, but I don't know. I feel like you can make some decent blueprints with everything. You don't really need new barriers because you can make custom ones. But yeah, we're going through with the nitria bushes. Just give it a little bit more interest. And cover up these areas. Oh, God. But Planet Zoo, all you really need are new animals. that's really all you need out of modding. But Planet Coaster, those people get into some crazy mods. It's fun. You named the line Joe Sleepy Joe. I'll tell you what. Sure. Joe the White Lion. We do have the big blue stem. We gotta use a lot of this. This is just such a good piece. Look at that. I like the idea that, I don't know, it just starts to feel so dry in this area too. Because of all the plants we're using, all the colors. Even the terrain's really playing into it too. This is fun. Playing console Planet Zoo, but you need that African Forest Buffalo mod someday. Yeah. That's the only thing that sucks about console. I played it. It was a fairly good experience, but the entire time I was like, man, I miss X, I miss Y, I miss Z. It's unfortunately, and I'm so sorry to say this, but it really is an inferior experienced PC. But what can you do? What can you do, you know? Surfs Up Penguin Dude would be Penguin Coast. Oh my gosh. Alright. I keep forgetting about this little area back here. Needs so much more loving. Joe's up. Joe is up. What's Joe gonna do? We don't know. As someone who's building a desert zoo for yourself right now, this is inspirational. Yes, I'm so happy to hear that. Please, please. I try my best. I literally try my best in every single one of my videos to explain what's going on. Like, tutorials are one thing. And I do have one I'm working on right now for underwater exhibits, but that's... I need the time to work on it. But yeah, all my videos, I try and explain the best as I can what I do, how I do it, and why I do it. So like, for example, in this habitat right now, I'm working with smaller plants because I want to know where I want the walking trails to be, the pacing trails. I want the points of interest to be highlighted. So let's just say right there, you can see the mud hut back there. I don't want to obstruct that view, so I'm not going to go like, oh man, I need a big tree right there. That's why I kind of set up the main points of focus first, then I start with smaller plants and I work my way up, if that makes sense. And that's basically my process. I also set up the enrichment first, just so I know where I want the animals to be, where I want them to be seen. So I do that first. I do the points of interest. I do the smaller foliage, and I work my way up. And that essentially gets my habitats looking the way that they do. It's nowhere near as good as, like, Caesar's, but I don't know. This is my style, and I like it. It's very fun. Alright. You need that underwater video now, yeah. I need to finish it now. The thing that sucked was I was working on something in it. I was making an underwater tunnel, basically, with the underwater tunnel technique. And, oh, hi. Hello, guys. Let's fix that. Let us fix that. So yeah, I was working on that underwater tunnel. And that should fix it right there. Oh my gosh, I missed that. You can right click to delete paths in this game. I forgot that. But yeah, underwater tunnel. What was I saying? And I did it wrong. So I was like, oh man, I gotta redo this video now. That was like 3-4 weeks ago. That was before I went to Portugal. That was fun. So yeah, I just gotta find the time to redo it. Let's get these marula trees in here. Not using them as actual trees, but using them as bushes. So we can do stuff like, say, we gotta cover up that little terrain divot right there. We can kind of make this area look a little bit more unique. I'm in the group right now. I don't really care, though, because we're not really doing anything else with it. So it doesn't matter. And we just go through, decorate. I think I'm going to hold off on doing a lot of those marula trees over there, because I want that to feel a lot more dry, and the marula tree just has this kind of like, has a darker color to it. I will put some right up there, though. Like that. That's kind of good. I'll get some around here. Decorate these areas. Maybe a little bit of a something right there. And someone remind me, I do need to put some vista points there, because our guests are not looking at our lions. And I want to make sure that they're able to. Cover up that area up there too, just making sure that the safari view is still good, because yeah, you're kind of viewing it from right back here. I think I want another impingo tree. If I could duplicate it, there we go. Want one right there. I'll do a smaller one right there. Oh my gosh, that's right on the track. Alright, what's my favorite South America mod? I'm very proud of my Coati. I just got to release it. Another male lion. Yes, there's several places that have male lions together, because whether they're fraternal or something, I don't know. But yes, that is completely safe. Put some palms in here too. Especially over here. Once we start to get a little bit more drier areas, you'll find palm trees will be a lot more common. They're a lot more hardy. And that should be good. Kind of tucking a few up here too. That's looking good. Yes, Poison Blade. Tom, Poison Blade is so good. Leopard, not interested in that. Sorry. All you need to know is that I enjoy playing Planet Zoo. And Coaster. And that does help provide a little bit. It's not a ton. But it does kind of push me to bring something out for you guys, like every week or something. Yeah, these blackthorn bushes are really good. They help bring in like a new color to this palette, because we got some dark greens, we have light greens, we have some yellows, but we don't really have too many whites. So that stuff really does help. Maybe right there too. I do go slightly British sometimes. It's a fault of the job, I guess. We're currently working on Matilda. And we gotta default to the voices. The voices in my head are British. So that probably explains it. This looks good. This looks good. Sometimes you just gotta tell yourself that what you're working on looks good. Alright, let's get just a few more of these bushes in here, and I think we should be alright. I gotta decorate this whole section up here, too. It's gonna be a pain. What I do want to do, though, is just very quickly kind of highlight whatever textures I got going in here a little bit more. See, I'm working with a relatively smaller brush. I'm kind of cranking it just a little bit over here. But just to highlight the grasses, just a smidge more. And then we'll highlight whatever is not going in the grass just a little bit. Like these nice big open areas. I'll use the rock brush just to make it look like it's supposed to look like that, I guess. I don't know. He's trying and not doing a very good job. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate your constant support. Alright, that's looking good. We gotta work on this, though. Where's our safari trains? Okay, most importantly, how does it look from up here? Let me get my seat number. Does it look like we clip in here? Does it clip? Okay, it clips just a little bit towards the end. I'm fine because, like, let's just look back here, for example. It's kind of halfway submerged, so I don't care if the guest can see it kind of clipping in from some parts, but, like, definitely right here, I do want to push that down just a little bit. I think that should be good. Yeah. Okay. Now we do the same exact thing again. This time we are working on a much smaller scale. Let's separate these out from the rest of the group and get to work. Just placing down grass. Placing it down, baby. Yeah, we'll kind of hug the trail kind of like this. Going down with the yellow first because I really want that kind of dry aesthetic to hit you as you make your way towards like the center of the map, but we'll go through with some greens in a bit just to help even it out. You don't want everything to look the same. You don't want a monoculture. Unless if that's what you're going for, but it's not what I'm going for. Just get a little bit more of that. And once we kind of enter this area, could just do a little bit less and then we should be fine. What's not going to be fun is decorating everything outside of these habitats. Because all of this, I had the great idea to say, oh man, what if we have like this outside trail? I wish I could kick Leaf in the ass in the past. Leaf in the past in the ass about that. Because, no, Leaf in the future does not want to deal with that. Who would have thought? Buffalo grass, my beloved, yes. It's my favorite. We'll definitely use a lot more of it around here too. Like, look at that. That is just asking for it. And yeah, you can see it's not perfect over there. In fact, this is honestly good that he's coming in right here because we know we have a lot more room we could work with over here. But for the most part, we can get a lot more liberal with our grass placement. Yeah, I agree, Nick. I do want the main pathway for the cars to be decorated. Like, I have some concepts of, like... I have concepts... Oh, God. My voice hurts too much to do that. I have concepts of, like, a semi-poaching story to kind of harp on. Kind of like whatever it was. Kilimanjaro Safaris. But... that'll come later down the line. Maybe... I really wanted this entire series to be a 2-episoder. But I think we might need to make her 3 in order to get everything to have the amount of time that it deserves. Yeah, pretend I used the Plant Go 2 scenery brush. I wish I had it. Which species of rhino? If you watched the video that we had posted, you'll find that I opted for the black rhino. Because it's the better one. The hook-lipped rhino, if you may. Alright. There's all of our main grass. From there, just sink her right down. And that's looking good. Yeah, for some reason, people just constantly say, but the white rhino is the one. And I'm like... okay, I don't care. I like the black rhino more. I have not seen one in at least 10 years, which is crazy to me. I don't even think I saw it. I don't think I saw it in Animal Kingdom. But, hey, what can you do? Both, Brett, both. It looks so much better than the white rhino, because obviously it came out afterwards, so it has a little bit more of that crisp content feel to it. But in real life they're just cooler. I like the colors on them more. I like their lifestyles a lot more because they're more solitary. So it feels like they're a lot more stoic, I guess is the word. And they're just cooler. I don't know. Plus, if we went with white rhino, we would have had to make their habitat like 5 times bigger, and if you guys know how I'm feeling right now, that would just be atrocious. Yes, white rhinos are like just cows, essentially, but black rhinos are terrifying beasts, truly. Alright, this is shaping up nice. Want to see if we did a good job at planning out where the drin grass should go and everything else. But so far that looks pretty good. I'm very happy. Alright, let's clean up this bit right up here too so we can get a nice screeny. We can kind of bring that out too. Yeah. Alright, that is fairly decorated right there. We can add a couple more bushes kind of like this. I love this technique so much. I think we might be able to throw in a few palms too. Right back there. There. Get some reeds. I think this might be a good way. Yeah, If I could create a 1-to-1 Kilimanjaro safaris for this, I would. But right now, it's not in the cards. I'd love to do, like, the hippo exhibit, the crocodiles. But, no. I like this. This is mine. That's so interesting. Yeah, Nick, you don't play with sound dots. You would have never known that. It's kind of funny. Alright. Let's get a little bit more back here. Maybe put some decals on the road. Yeah, I have that planned. It's just, oh my gosh. Once you open up that can of worms. You're like, what if I just individually mark where each line has been? I do like that, though. I do like that. I think I might use the not decal, but the dirt terrain brush as a way to do that. We'll check that out in a bit. Let's get the blue stems in here, too. This is shaping up nice. Look at this. Really makes you feel like you're going through the wilds of Africa. Yes, those mud balls are Zoovs. If you look up Zoov on the workshop, Zoove, you should be able to find his mud banks. They are quite literally one of my favorite pieces in the game, just because they have so much texture in them. Yeah. They're just good. They're good pieces. Continuing these in just a little bit more. Should be almost done. I think this is dying for just a little bit more dry foliage. Kind of have it creeping out towards the road. Maybe like a couple in here. I don't want to overdo it because it feels like this is very green. And I don't want to take away from kind of like the dichotomy that we have going on right there. But that's looking good. Oh, that's looking very good. Let's get some frankincense trees up here. I have another kind. Yeah, this one. Is that the same? That's literally the same. This one. Frankincense tree 3. Very good texture to it. Let's get some blackthorn bushes. Again, half the time I just use trees as bushes. I know it's a very much lay Reddit meme, but it's true. They just make for better bushes than trees half the time. Because for some reason, Frontier designed every single tree in the game as like, oh, this is one you'd find in the middle of a plains, when really it's, oh my god. Tree arching over the car side of the path. Closer to the buffalo. Put a tree arching over the car's path on the side. Closer to the buffalo. I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean. I'm gonna try my version of what I think you mean. And if you think I'm wrong, well, sorry. But I think you mean kind of like this. Now, this would obviously not work in real life. Because realistically, this lion could climb this tree and be out there in the wild, wreaking havoc. But I don't care. Because this is mine. This is my park. Spicy homemade chicken tenders. That's good. Done that a few times. It's a very easy meal. It's very good. Like that? I kind of like that. Where does the zookeeper... Hello, Rock. Where does the zookeeper enter the habitat? It's implied that they go through here. Obviously, I'm not going for complete realism in here because I just want to make a fun park that people can enter, and they're like, oh my gosh, this looks so pretty. That's how I build. Villain monologue. Yep. Tell me about it. When is there gonna be a new episode of San Cabrillo Zoo? Well, I'll tell you what. Let me show you something. I'm gonna show you my planned videos. Here's how I do my stuff. Here's my Planet Zoo videos. It's my big 5. This is where I throw in all the clips for this episode. But I do have the next episode of San Cabrillo currently being worked on. I don't have much done on it, though. Thank you, Bird Lady. Appreciate it. I'm going to refresh the stream. What are we at right now? 50 likes. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your constant support. All right. This is good. This is very good. Who's the one who suggested the tree? Enderfox. Enderfox, is that what you meant? If this is what you meant, let me know. But I'm going to throw your name over here. Because you suggested this, and I like how it looks. Now, I will kind of hide it so that it's just a little bit more in character with the park. Get some rope pieces. Of course, it comes up with everything European. Yay. That's the only thing I wish that they would fix. I wish European Pack was called something different, because this is annoying. But if we kind of just go like this, and tuck that into the tree, that's cool. That's cool. Love the builds, Leaf. Thank you, Rowland. Appreciate it. Hello, Gavin. Dante, will City Conservation Center ever come back? There's a reason why I call it Shitty Conservation Center. There is a reason. I'm not the biggest fan of it anymore. I enjoyed what I did. And I think we talked about this on the last episode. Or the last live stream. But I enjoyed what I had. I don't think I have the heart to continue on. Also, I should be working in a group so I can sync all this down. I don't need to get everything, though. That's fine. Have interest. Cool. Yeah, I enjoyed what I did. I might just throw it on the workshop and just say it's incomplete. Maybe it could be a challenge. Hey, finish this map for me. But yeah, it was a good park. It wasn't really my favorite, but there were some good parts to it that I enjoyed. Like, I love the gorilla habitat. That one was really fun. That was based off of kind of like a mix between Bronx and Franklin Park Zoo. Two of my favorite gorilla exhibits. Hell yeah. Happy to hear it, Enderfox. But yeah, I don't know. I just never really cared to finish it, unfortunately. Alright, let's sink this in. Grab some handy dandy drin grass. Not that one. We need this one. And I'm not going to go too crazy with the bushes in here because I do want to preserve these sight lines. Because, yeah, look at that. Also, we have the hot wire over there. That's already obtrusive enough, but hey. Points for realism. Right. That's how you win this game. You try and build the most realistic habitat. Gonna line this up back here too. Or maybe we lion this up. Currently foaming at the mouth because you meant something completely different. Well, either way, you inspired me and I like what you inspired, so you are now in this park. I like that. I like this very much. Let's get some height back here too. And what do we need to do about the antlion? What do we do about the antlion? Well, I'll tell you what we do. I think we want just a little bit of a sunken in area. change that out for that. Then we link it up with the paths. Then we're going to do a big old loop. And I think that's going to be pretty cool right there. We'll flatten her out. Okay. Gonna do sand. Because obviously. What North American animal would I wish to see in Planet Zoo? I would like a North American porcupine. An official one. Listen, there's a bunch of North American animals out there that are very cool. But all of them pale in comparison to the fantastic North American porcupine. They also sound adorable. They sound like... very cute creatures. So yeah, that's probably the main one I want. Alright. Antlion. African. How do we do this? Oh, these guys are disgusting. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at him. We're going to be making him. Canadian Lynx is cool. I feel like... that's the thing. I'm still kind of in the mindset. Also, I'm pausing. I can't handle the sounds. I'm still in the mindset where it's like I want more interesting rigs. Maybe we do kind of like a metal structure. Yeah, we do kind of like a metal one. Yeah, where I want more rigs. Because that's essentially metal flexicolor. That's how I play the game. I don't know. I like more interesting animals. What leopard subspecies would I want added to Planet Zoo? Well, you know, the game isn't complete without the Indian leopard. I know we have the, whatever you call it, these maple items are so good. I know we already have the African leopard, but the game's just not complete without the Indian leopard. Can I please not make him? He scares me. Well, I'm sorry. I need to. I need to. Can we do something interesting with this? I need like a big round metal piece. Ah, this is complicated. That's gonna be fire, isn't it? Yeah. Feel like burrowing owls would be a really fun choice. Burrowing owls are very cool. Cause yeah, how big is a buffalo weaver? It's about the size of a person, right? I love that so... I'm sorry. It came out so good. It came out so good. I love how it looks. I don't know. Let's work on the jaws. Let's work top down. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay, first of all, random rotation, you can go away. We don't want you. I think that's a cool way of doing the mandibles, right? Let's group them up. Also, this song goes so hard. I can't remember if this is the one that I already said goes hard, but it does. We got string pieces, right? Look at these. Insane. think we might have a cool way of doing this, where we have it kind of poking right out, so we can get those kind of like hairs. Yeah. So yeah, this will more or less be a little bit more of an interpretive version of an antlion, but I think it's kind of fun. Metal, flexi color. That's my biggest issue with Planet Coaster, by the way. You see how I typed in metal flexi color? In Planet Coaster, they just look for something called metal flexi color, or a tag called metal flexi color, and it's just so freaking annoying. Me vibing right now. Tell me about it. This is a jam. Who joined? Haribo. Oh my gosh, Haribo. Very happy you were able to join us today. Haribo is probably one of my honestly, most inspirational Planet Zoo creators out there. Ooh, I kind of like this. That might be interesting. Yep, we are currently making an antlion. And I'm trying to get it to work right. I kind of like this, though. Kind of like it. Let me flip her upside down, too. Planet Coaster 2 took a lot of bizarre steps back. Yeah, it's overall, and I think I've said this before. I forget if I said it on stream or not, but I think overall, the entire experience is so much better in Planet Coaster 2. Like, I do think that the positives outweigh the negatives in that game, but that's not to say that the negatives are forgivable or should be there in the first place. I think the game is pretty good. It will get great, but it needs more time in the oven, and honestly, it's a little bit of a shame that it needs time in the oven to begin with. But hey, that's the thing with live service games. Kind of expect that kind of stuff to happen. Yeah, I feel that, Haribo, where it's like, oh man, I'm playing this game and it's like some of the controls just make so much more sense in a way. But overall, this is a funny little top hat item. I think I'll use it kind of like that though. Give the antlion like a little top hat, make him look like the Monopoly man. I do want to add the eyes though. They have like tiny little bug eyes, which is fun. But I think I'll make them a lot bigger than they're supposed to be. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, overall, I think Planet Coaster 2 is a great game, but just needs more time. Just needs more time in the oven. I think could probably stick some arms out. Like so. There's 3 dots above. All right. So that's looking cool. And then around here, can kind of go for a raised sand bed. Lower that down a little bit and lower that part down. And lower that. Take the entire thing and kind of smooth it out so that it looks good. And I think if you're going to walk around in this direction, you'll want to see its eyes. Actually, screw it. It's a interpretive sculpture. Interpretive sculpture. You can see it from both angles. That's fine. Yeah. That's fun. Did they mention if they switch back the colors to the previous games? What do you mean? What do you mean, Marvin? Do you mean like the overall look to it? Because if that's the case, I highly recommend getting Reshade. It's helped my game look so much better. It will help your game look so much better, and it's completely free. We'll just use the stones. I think the stones here will look good. How would I feel if the third game confirmed is Planet Aquarium and not Planet Zoo 2? I would be angry. Because I don't think an aquarium, like Planet Aquarium by itself, would be good. Could I see it happening? Yeah. Would I be upset? Yes. Just because I don't know. I feel like keep animals together and then you're good. Also, I kind of like this little play pit. I gotta find a way to make it look a little bit more interesting, though. Let's delete half of these walls. And that should be good. Planet Zoo already has aquarium content. Yeah, kind of. Like, if you want to count otters and sea lions, I guess it does. But overall, it really doesn't. So, I don't know. Can they add fish? Yes. Would it be great if they added fish? I mean, it would add no difference to the game whatsoever. And again, that's coming out in a video I'm making. That's the one I was supposed to be editing today, but I refused to. I'll talk more about that soon, but I don't think them adding fish is going to change the game. I think it will just be, oh, here's a new exhibit box. I'm going to decorate it the same way I would before. Maybe you make like custom aquarium tanks. But how do I have this? It's the bars on the outside, right? Bars on the outside. But I think overall, I don't see fish adding too much gameplay. Yeah, the game Planet Coaster 2 I'm talking about is very vibrant, and I think that takes away from it so much, especially when you have, especially nowadays, like creators like Yuri, or even Haribo right now is doing some incredible stuff. Caesar. You have everyone working in these styles that kind of clashes with what Planet Coaster 2 is going for, which is this super vibrant, super like saturated game look, which I love personally, but I can see why people don't like it. I don't like it for my screenshots, but I like it for just playing the game, where it's like, oh man, this just feels so tropical. It feels so wild. Also, this fence is just not the best. It's not the best. The architects that day they got a little bit too much juice that day. I think we can add a little bit of that. And where's our other one? I had another one in there. Right there. Actually, let's surround this. It'll be a nice shaded area for your guests to kind of chill out. That's cute. Yeah. Let's actually get some faux rocks in there. Just to make it look like he kind of freshly dug this. Let's kind of color match it. A little bit more saturated. Yeah. Because, yeah, this isn't supposed to be, like, super realistic. It's supposed to be, like, a little sand pit where your guests can play in. Pretend they're an antlion, you know? We'll have, like, little bits of stone around the walking trail. Now let's get random rotation on. Just so that all the rocks look unique. Alright, what's everyone saying? I think that's my biggest gripe for it. I want to build stuff in North America and Europe, but everything looks like the tropics. Yeah. Yeah, that's a huge kind of drawback to Planet Coaster right now. But again, just download Reshade. It's completely free, which is awesome. You talk to the right people, they'll hook you up with some good shaders, and it'll just make your game look so much better. I don't know. That looks good. That looks good. Do I have any benches that I could just plop down in there? Yeah. What does Planet Zoo call people you can't remember? They call them peeps. They call them peeps. There we go. We just needed a little bit of that. A little bit of that action. Just so, like, you know, your kids can sit down, play in the sand with the antlion or whatever. I don't know. Sounds like a safety hazard, but it's fine. Let's see what grassland foliage we have, because I do want to decorate this little area in here. I think I want the dry. Yeah, I do have random rotation on. Good. Very good. What I don't get, that's a small right there, and that's a medium. They are the same size. That makes me angry. Planet Zoo 2 will add birds. That'll be its selling feature. Okay, this... I don't want to give away the video too much, but that's exactly what the video's like. I could build for a bird right now in Planet Zoo. And let's just say Planet Zoo 2 comes out. The build will be the exact same thing. It will be the exact same thing. And to me, that just doesn't add fun. Like, yeah, oh my gosh, we finally got birds in Planet Zoo. That'll be good. And yeah, I agree, that will be good. But it just doesn't challenge it, you know? It doesn't, like, I'm sure you could have said the same thing about Planet Coaster with, like, oh man, I couldn't build flumes. I could build flumes before. But, I don't know. I don't know. You'll see it in my video once I actually sit down and edit it. Simon, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We are building a little antlion kind of educational area. Because well, we just finished the lion habitat. There it is. You can rewind the stream a little bit to check that out. But, we are building for the big five and the little five. You might be saying, who are the little five? Well, I'm kind of making that up as I go. But the little five essentially just have their names kind of corresponding with whatever animals. So I'll show you off what we did for the buffalo a little bit before. We used buffalo weavers as their little five representatives. Just showcasing some of the unique animals from Africa in ways that they typically wouldn't be shown off. So you can see our little antlion hill right over here. We'll nestle it in between some bushes and stuff like that so that it feels like it's supposed to be here a little bit more. But, yeah, this is kind of the stuff we've been getting into. I need reeds. Give me the reeds. This is also the benefit of having, like, a dedicated plant palette. I don't need to constantly go into the items tab. I could just select them from afar, and I'm able just to constantly build with them, which is very good. All right, so we're decorating this just a little bit more, and we'll do a sign for them. But what I did for the buffaloes before, you can see buffalo is right back there, and the buffalo weaver is right over here. So you can see that they have what they're known for, which is their woven nests. So you can see I do have 3 big buffalo weaver eggs right in there, and I like it. I like it. It's very fun. But over here we have the antlion. So I think we're going to pull out Wyatt's fonts once more. I think we used this one, right? Yeah. And I think since the word isn't as long, we can use these guys. I'm making this kind of harder on myself, but it's fine. I'm going to line them up kind of on the side out here. Doesn't need to be perfect. We'll fix it. I think I want to make it curved anyways. And then we'll have some education about antlions, their role in Africa, as kind of predators. Their unique adaptations, which are so cool. They just make these giant pits. I don't know. They're in Terraria too, which is fun. Love Terraria. But right here, we should be good. Now we can delete this bad boy. Move this right over here. And I think I kind of like this for Planet Coaster 2. Planet Coaster 2 as well. Sorry. Their font system is just so good. You can scale up letters. You can do whatever. You can shape them up. You can turn them around. It's so good. Alright. Change that around. Push that up. So it's kind of like a hanging banner. I like that. So it is a metal sculpture, I guess. I think each kind of, whatever, little 5 will have its own kind of style, which is kind of fun. But this guy over here will change that sign to be a little bit like that. We'll do a little bit of a stroke effect on it. That's essentially just doubling up what the sign shows. I typically go for like a little bit of a shadow look to it, but I think these kind of call for a little bit more two-toned. So I'll try and match that up. Get like kind of a similar color, but different enough to the point where it kind of works. Push that up a bit. I like that. That's cool. Obviously, it looks like that from that side, but I think there's the perfect piece that we can use right over here. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Maybe? Maybe? It kind of works. Kind of works. Let's, can we change all the beads to black? Would that look bad? Maybe we'll change some to white. That's fun. That's fun. Alright. We gotta group up all these fonts now. But, like, that's what I love about Planet Coaster 2 as well. This is like 10,000. No, not 10,000. This is 1,000 pieces. Now it's 2,000 pieces. Ridiculous. But that's cool. I like that. Let's get some palm trees that we can kind of hang that stuff on. We'll have it be right here. Kind of stretch that along this plane. And we'll get another thank you random rotation. And we'll shove that down right there. And that's good. That's good. It doesn't take away from this view at all, which I really wanted to preserve. And over here, it just looks good. All right, sorry. I have not been keeping up with chat. But give me 2 seconds just to take care of this. Maybe we use rope. Rope 4 meter. Oh, marquee rope. Thank you. Thank you for being beautiful. And flexi color and everything. We're perfect. It doesn't necessarily match up with the tree, but that's fine. We can fix that. That is all in its own blueprint. Flip it 180 degrees. Gonna match it up right there. Sink her in. Then push that just a smidge. All right, this is looking very good. Push that in. And there we go. Our little antlion education area is complete. We can kind of stone this out right over here. I think having stones around this little path might be a good way to kind of let guests look out into the open savanna. Again, I'm not sure what I want out there. I think I might do a couple gazelles. Might do flamingos in the pond. But that's really it. Oh, no, don't worry, Nick. We covered it. Both sides. New to Planet Zoo. Can you show me what reshade does? Planet Zoo, I don't recommend reshade because you do have NVIDIA, which I do have a sharpen filter on right now. I can show you what it looks like without it. That's what the game looks like without it. Still looks good, it's just not as crisp. But you can add filters with this. You can add depth of field, which is actually fixed. So, is it fixed? No, it's still kind of crappy. But I don't know. It lets you do stuff like this. Can get right up close to animals. Auto depth of field works so much better than depth of field. I have no idea why. But if you go up to an animal, you can see it has a nice, beautiful depth of field to it. Which is why I usually like to have that on for the mod showcases. I forgot for the last one, which is fine. But let's just say you want to play with a little bit more of a realistic color going on. You can change out the tint in here. You can change it for a little bit more blue, which kind of makes it feel a little bit more realistic. Whether it actually is up to debate. Kind of lower the vibrance a little bit. And that just makes it look, quote-unquote, realistic. I still like to play out with kind of blown-out colors, though. Which I tend to like. I don't know. It's fun. Not now. Please don't remove sharpen. I need that. But yeah. Alright. Let me catch up with chat. Sorry. Antlions are like Sarlacc pits. Yeah, that's fun. If I had scaling, I'd do like a tiny little X-wing kind of piece right down there. But whatever. Hippos in the middle? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like flamingos would fly in and out no matter how they feel, I guess. But maybe hippos, I don't know. Also, I kind of want to do something stupid over here. Doing something stupid, y'all. I'm doing it. Okay. Want just a small little waterfall. Just to help this area come together. Just a smidgen. Just a smidge. Smooth that all out just a little bit. Alright. I need to deepen that just a little bit. And then flatten it. All I basically need are the water quote-unquote pieces, and then we can make it look pretty right after, but that, smooth it just one tick, and that works. But right over here, we just need this to come up just a little bit more, and that should be good. But I think we should be able to get some nice running water in there. Let me color this water. So we change it to this. Let me change it to a little bit more of that color. Change it to that, change it to that. Change this to that. I think I'm going to keep that as that color because I like the transparency in there. Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm going to save this as a lion because the lion habitat is done. Hello, Giraffe Craft. How are you? 69 viewers. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm doing a waterfall. I need to. Let's use the mud pieces because, of course, they're just great for stuff like this. Adding that little bit of texture in here. So those are those ones. Let's use these ones too. Kind of tilt them on their side a little bit. Use these ones at the same height just to kind of bridge that a little bit more. Tuck these ones just in like that. think I gotta figure out something to kind of fix that little divot up with. But this is something. This is something indeed. I think once we actually get the water in there, it'll look a lot better. But I think down here I have, yeah, the cladding pieces. Even though they're tropical rocks, I think that they're going to be very good just for getting like a backdrop of water. I think over here we can kind of decorate this kind of like we did with the buffaloes. Because, yeah, I don't think I'm going to work on the hippos. Not hippos. They're like hippos. The elephants today. I'm not going to work on them today, but I think eventually... Why is this not flattening to surface? Why are you like this? Should I not pay rent and get Planet Coaster 2 instead? That sounds like a fantastic financial decision. Just, what you should do, you should buy your landlord Planet Coaster 2. And say, hey bro, you want to forget about it this week? And, yeah. Please don't. Please don't. Please pay your rent. That's what you should do. Right, that we'll clean up with plants. I don't know. I need to do this as a break from the habitats. You're making a zoo right now. What should the first animal be? You should do... First of all, I'm going to save this. Working. Just in case, because we did crash earlier in the mod showcase. You should do Bennett's Wallaby. You should do Bennett's Wallaby. That's a good entrance animal. Let's get the waterfalls. I have a line to water on, but that shouldn't affect it. I don't know. Oh, wait. No. Position snap. Yeah, position snap gets weird with that. Alright, let's get these waterfall bottoms. Kind of tuck those ones in a little bit more. Leaf is not financial advice. Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, I want random rotation off, by the way. I don't want that. These rapid pieces are so good. Especially for doing stuff like this where it's like coming over an edge or something. And kind of just sinking them a little bit more. Might do something right there. I don't know. Haven't decided. It'll come when it comes. Yeah. That just gives it a little bit more interest, where it's like, oh, where did this lake come from? And you're like, oh no, there's water. Alright, which way is the foam facing? Need it to face that way. Then we come here. Got a few. And we do the same right up here. It's looking good. It just needed something in this little corner right here. And I love that view right there. That just feels so much better. Then you look down here and you get all that water. Great. Okay. I have an idea. We got to come back here to get these pieces. Gonna delete all of them except for one because I was too lazy to look up log. I'm going to add these kind of around here. Align it to the surface, get it matched up. And do another right there. So obviously you look over here, the water doesn't come from anywhere. But if you look over here, it looks like you're kind of walking above where it would be. Which is kind of what I want. You like doing flamingos as entrance? Yeah, they're pretty good entrance animals. Also, forgot the waterfall. Waterfall mid. Does anyone use the murky water? Does anyone use that? Because I feel like it's such a useless piece. Especially since we can color the normal one. It's like, who would even use that? I don't know. That looks cool. Yeah, maybe I could. I don't know. I'll consider it, but right now it's just, it's implied. That looks gross. Yeah, tell me about it. If I had to take one animal from Planet Zoo and add another in its place. Okay, hold on, because I need to turn my light on. It got dark. It got very dark. Probably, I don't use the Saiga. I don't want to use the Saiga. And I think there's a couple other Eurasian animals out there that might be better. So I kind of like this. That's kind of fun. So I don't know. Maybe take away the Saiga and put in just another Eurasian animal. I don't know. I'm a big fan of... they have kind of like the hook-shaped horns. Chamois, I believe they're pronounced. I've heard chamois, chamois. I don't care. Whatever it is, I like it and I want it. I'm going to overlap these just a little bit. Just so we can get a little bit more of a curve. Maybe tilt them. Yeah. That's cool. It's interesting. Eurasian otter. Yeah, that... Is that not just the Asian small clawed? It's just the Asian small clawed with bigger claws. I don't know. I don't really care. Kind of like how I don't care what animals we get anymore. Because either way, I'm still going to play the game. It's not like, oh man, I'm finally going to play the game if they add the white-naped crane or something like that. It's like, I don't know. I'll play the game regardless. Just give me interesting animals. Alright. This is looking good. No, I keep saying that, but I just gotta hype myself up. Alright. I like this idea. Since the water is so kind of like thick, I guess, we'll go through with a little bit of random rotation rocks. Align to water surface. And let the magic happen after we finish. Sink them in just a little bit. Maybe sink these ones in just a little bit more. Yeah. There has to be bigger faux rocks in here, right? There we go. Alright, and these... kind of just placed wherever. Help bridge the gaps. Eurasian leopard, yes, we need that one. We really do. Completely necessary animal. I like this being kind of nice little rocky outcrop. Yeah. It's looking fire. I do want to cover this up immediately. We can add just a few more trees. Not really trees, but bushes. Maybe one right there. One right there. And we'll do what we do best, is go and do the grass technique. People really do want the secretary bird. They're cool. Again, I don't think they provide much of a unique challenge to build for. Kind of build for them like you would a crane. But I know that's something people want, so it'd be cool if we could get it. I mean, they're in the dictionary. It feels like every additional pack is bringing a new animal from that dictionary. So I don't know, maybe we'll see that. Now, I didn't watch Rudy's video, but I saw the subject matter about how Planet Zoo is kind of just going to do DLCs from now on. Kind of like Sims. I don't hate that. I don't necessarily hate that. I would like a Planet Zoo 2 just to actually get real features. Because unfortunately, that's my biggest gripe with the game. I really don't care about animals. At least the animals that we get, because we're going to get them regardless, I guess. I don't know. But I just want new features, man. Give us an update where it's like, oh, zookeeper mode. You can give me a secretary bird. You can give me a tree kangaroo. Truth of the matter. I'll build for it how I typically would. Even if I have it. If I don't. Where do I put my staff buildings in my zoos? I don't. I just don't. I play sandbox most of the time, so just don't really need them. Alright. Sink that in. It's looking good. Looking mighty fine. Yeah, I don't really use staff buildings. I don't really need to. And the way that I play the game, I don't really care about that too much. Maybe if I played franchise mode, I would be able to give you a little bit more insight, but even then I kind of just have my blocks of here's all the things I need, here's the research, here's everything, veterinary services. Just kind of tuck that all in a corner. But, yeah. Sci-fi for Planet Coaster 2, yeah. Though you can already do some insane sci-fi stuff. With the aquatic theme, like, I've seen so many people do some really cool sci-fi builds. Geekism had a whole video, John T, going over the cool stuff you can do with that, and I appreciate that, because especially with scaling, we don't really need much. It would be cool to get a little bit more helpful pieces, but honestly, seeing what Uray's doing, seeing what, like, Caesar's doing with the Mediterranean theme, Rudy is working on, like, a snow park, kind of like Blizzard Beach. It is Blizzard Beach, but still. I think we just need more helpful textures than anything else. Let's get this tree. I like this tree. Right there. That's cool. I think we do also need a couple more palm trees. Just help line it up. Alright. That's looking good. I do need blackthorn, though. Actually, let's get some of these. How do I turn them off? What do you mean turn them off? I lost myself in a trance, so I forgot what I was talking about. Need reeds. I need reeds. Need reeds around here, because... Do I have random rotation on? I do not. But you know what? It's fine, because it still looks good. Oh, how do I turn off staff buildings? Oh, I'm stupid. You go to sandbox mode. That's literally all you do. You change your sandbox settings to be like completely sandbox or whatever it's called. It's that little sandbox button right up there. Very helpful. Yeah, you just gotta be playing sandbox mode. That's how you do it. I need more plants. Let's get the blue stems. Duplicate. Duplicate. The lions do not shut up. Oh my god. Yep, Himalayan brown bear. I don't mind the Aldabra tortoise being in there because like it's not too different from the Galapagos, so it didn't really take too many resources to make. I guess, I don't know. Plus they're literally the same. They're both giant turtles, so I don't necessarily mind that. Himalayan brown bear I hate. I detest it, actually. I just want to know whose decision it was to put that in the game. Just let me talk to them. Maybe they needed more Asian animals, who knows. This is nice. This is nice. Blackthorn bush. Blackthorn. Just a little bit back here. Because, yeah, this is looking very cool. Oh, no. I like that little pocket right there. It feels like we really expanded everything, which is exactly what I wanted to do. I'll definitely get some more foliage back here, just so it looks like these areas are covered. And I do want to kind of continue the vibes back here at least. Not too much though. I don't want to overdo it, at least for that section. Get definitely some of these trees. Rotating them every so often just to make sure that, you know, it doesn't look too same-songy back here. Too samey. Because, yeah, that is starting to look good. I like the Aqualaria trees, too. Especially for getting a little bit more canopy cover. That's the last one that goes towards that way. I definitely do like using these a lot more for this tropical area. Need some of these. Are these the same ones? I don't know. We need some of the smaller Impingo trees. Just help flesh out the forest back here a bit more. And I think this will be the cutoff for that. Because I do want to transition to like a different kind of biome feel once we start to get over there. I use different trees in here too, right? Yeah, doom palms. These boys are very good. They have this really awesome color to them. It's kind of like a greenish yellow. We'll do some kind of congregations of them. But yeah, I think having a couple right around there is going to be good. Like, yeah, that's a good focal point. I have some, like a big impingo tree that I think I can use. Well, first of all, just want a little bit, just a little bit more K-Pox. Because, yeah, I need that kind of bushy kind of feel back there. What do I use for general cover? Yeah. I use the impingo trees again. And since this is so far away, I don't really care about how it looks up close. I'm really just going for how do I fully flesh out these areas with good looking, kind of interesting foliage without being too piece intensive. And usually I just use big trees towards the back. Like back here. This all can be impingo tree territory. And just continue that up all the way over here. I like it. I like it. What do you guys think? Have I ever made a crocodile farm? I have not. I have not. Not really something that I have really made, I guess. We'll continue these a little bit. Just so we can link up the rest of the tour. I do want to do something. Because I think we're starting... How long have we been streaming? 3 hours. Holy crap. Oceania. Because, yeah, my voice is starting to hurt. I have to sing tomorrow. And my voice already hurts. So this probably doesn't help. But we're going to go for the same colors. Do this. We're going to go for a little bit of a lighter color. Couple next to each other. Couple on the sides. Go for a little bit more of a saturated one. Couple next to each other again. Just help bridge that gap. One on the side and one right there. I want something over here just to help guide the tour a little bit. And I think what's going to be best is doing kind of like a wooden wall. This is something that you'll see in some places around the world, basically. Any zoos. Bronx has it for their monorail, which is relatively loud, but when they're going towards more sensitive species, I guess, kind of like their tigers, lions, well, really just their tigers on the monorail, you'll see a lot more wood being used, and that's just because it helps absorb so much more sound, especially from that monorail, because once you do hear it, it does get pretty loud. But, yeah. It's just going to be another way to kind of build up interest in this area. I think I'm going to raise these pieces up. Screw it. That can be included. Who cares? Kind of tilt that a little bit. Tilt this one. Just so that it's even across the way. We'll do that. Maybe we could decorate it with stuff. I don't know. But I kind of like it. Word limit doesn't let you add all the others. Yeah, I got that. If they didn't choose the Formosan, if they went for just general Asian black bear, I would not be mad. I would not be mad, because we do have one locally. His name is George. He's a handsome boy. Okay. I kind of like that. I think what we'll do on this side, what we're going to do is kind of sink these in, kind of like that, so that we don't have the issue with the terrain again. We'll kind of angle them up. We'll kind of match wherever this is going. If we have a little bit of places where the terrain doesn't link up, that's fine. That is fine. Fine indeed. Continue on. And we'll cap that off right there. Just so that it has something back here, you know? I'll decorate this a lot more. I'll probably add, like, carts and stuff so that you can see, like, I don't know, maybe rangers going on their jeeps and stuff, but kind of like this. I apologize for all the boxing and unboxing sounds. Oh my gosh. Our path navigation really isn't the best. But that's fine, because we don't really worry about that here. And what we'll do, we'll build up the rest of the canopy just a little bit more. Because we're doing that, we'll probably use some marula trees. Get some of those darker greens. Because this still is technically kind of that forested area. But, yeah. I like this. I like this. Really wish I had that foliage brush, though. That foliage brush is a lifesaver in Planet Coaster. But, yeah, that... I think that we did a decent chunk of stuff in here. What is that? Sausage tree? Yeah. Let's get a couple of these. I like that light green. It'll add just a little bit more flavor to that forest. I like that too. Is that the same one? Yeah, that's the same one. I'm stupid. We do need some palms though, so I think I'm gonna go for a couple of oil palms right in this forest. Just to help bring out the canopy a little bit more. Even though they're all pretty much the same size, unfortunately. Maybe we could raise them. Yeah, let's bring a couple up to be higher. There we go. Okay. That is feeling very much better. Oh my god. Yeah. We can use this little strategy of finding like the tallest bush and then sinking the tree right into the top of that. It's pretty good. That is so nice. Okay, we did a decent amount of stuff. We did a decent amount of stuff. I don't think I want to build anymore. I don't think I do. Next stream we'll probably do the elephants with the baboons. I'm very excited for that, but that's just going to be a lot. I'll tell you what, we're not done. We can kind of play this out. Let me at least script this out, I guess. Just so that I can be happy in saying, oh man, all I need to do in here is just pop in and finish the habitats. Like, if I lay them out, that's the main thing I worry about, you know? But the rhinos, we can give them the mud banks, of course, because it just looks good. It just looks good. That's what I want. I had the idea of doing a zoo. I think I talked about this in the last stream. An entirely border fenceless zoo, I guess. Where it's like, we use natural barriers, we do all this stuff as a way to kind of keep animals in. And I like the idea of that. It's just, I need a full day where I'm not doing anything. I can sit down, I can record and be like, okay, here's what I'm doing. And I do it all in one video. Which I think might be kind of fun. But for the time being, I'm kind of happy with this. This will give you guys just enough of a little taste into that video. I do like that though. some nice curves. Kind of continue them going into here. Because I feel like this would be a really cool kind of entrance point for the safari. And we'll do the cattle grates. Actually, yeah, let me just get the infrastructure. I'm always like, oh man, I should probably end this, but it's like, no, I kind of want to do more. I kind of want to do more. That's looking cool. That's definitely something. Cattle grates. I think I'm just going to group all this up. Because I did build this before. And the best part about it is that it should be completely modular. I forgot who made the cattle grates. It's in the script of the video, but I don't want to pull it up and check right now. They did help out immensely. Oh my god. So we're just going to align that right there. We'll fix that up. We'll fix that up. Do the same thing right over here too. We'll make it look like it's sandy. In fact, let's push that over just a little bit. Maybe push these up. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hutsy tutsy. It looks like a nice little bingo bongo. That's truly, truly interesting. Biopark Valencia has been on my list, Elegant Duck. That place is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Oh my god. Definitely on the top list of zoos I want to go to. I definitely want to get down to, where is it? Where is it? It's a really good place for zoos. It's in Asia. Singapore. Singapore. That's been on my list for quite some time. But unfortunately, I am an adult with adult responsibilities and adult money. So I guess I could. Just wouldn't be a financially smart choice, I guess. I don't know. Alright, listen. Don't judge me. Those wheels are gonna clip in. I don't care. Just as long as it looks good. That does look good. That does look good, though. So you go right into the rhino habitat. That is so awesome. Hell yeah. Hells to the yeah. I think we will do a dry moat once again. If Bold were here, she would tell me to make underwater viewing for the rhinos. Because little old Leaf, back when he got access to the Africa pack, he was like, I'm going to do an underwater viewing for the rhinos, thinking, oh man, all rhinos are like Indian rhinos, right? Where they kind of like water. No, it turns out white rhinos do not like water at all. So I was made fun of practically for years after that because I'm just an idiot. Yeah, let's smooth that out. Let's go in here. Hold Y, get that little free build action. Then we can officially say that that habitat is marked out. Now when you look at it like this, there really isn't much to do. There really isn't. I don't know. I think you guys get to decide. Would you guys be fine with this being its own episode? Like the buffalo, the lions, and the leopard. Because we did a lot for this one back here, which was great, but I don't know, this was a huge amount of work. And it would give you guys like a chance to actually see this presented nicely. I could get some good cinematics. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. But this was fun. This was very fun. That way we can focus on, like, elephants much more closely. We can focus on the rhinos much more closely. But, I don't know. I'm gonna stop recording because I feel very happy with this. But yeah, let's take a look at what we did. I'm gonna pop down into explore mode so we can take some pictures. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That is cool. Let me see. Can we get field of view? Auto depth of field. Need just a little bit of brightness and contrast. You guys get to see how I make my pictures. Let's change the highlights. Higher or lower? I want to say lower. Get a little bit more shadow. I like to do a little bit of negative gamma. It would be okay. Yeah, I want it to be a big fun episode, you know? So I think I might save it all together. I'm not sure yet. Tint. We won't go for the green. We'll go for... I want yellow. It's going to look pretty blown out for a second, but I apologize. So we'll go for a little bit of that. We'll go for... We won't need to change the temperature. Change the vibrance down just a little bit. I like to add details in here. If you guys have GeForce, this is how I typically make my photos. I go for a little bit of negative HDR toning. Clarity. I don't like either of these because like that just looks too contrasted, but that just looks too blech. Maybe we'll go for like 4. And I already have sharpen plus, so I'll add that. So over here, I change it to a little bit of texture details. Gives it a little bit more of a cleaner look. Turn the intensity down on sharpen. These are SSAO. I have no idea what that means, but whatever it is, it looks great. So yeah, it just helps the shadows look better, I guess. I don't know. You can play with ambient occlusion. That makes it look good. Indirect lighting. You know, it's whatever. Maybe you just want a little bit. Fade distance. Whatever. I like it. But yeah, did depth of field get fixed? Because that was always the biggest thing. Maybe I got to update it because people are saying it was. But it's just not the best. Because like you see how blurry that is? It just looks like crap. I don't know. I'll remove it. Yeah. I like to get my grid on. Press H to hide the panel. Don't mind if I do. And we can get a nice little screenshot right here. Snap that photo. Oh, I'm not done yet. I'm just taking photos. But have a good one, Susie, if you are heading out. Screen space ambient occlusion. Thank you, Brett. I like this shot right in here. I like to have a high field of view because it just helps fill out the picture so much more. Like, look at that. Wish the grid would stay on all the time, though. Get that perfect rule of thirds. And I don't think I ever took any pictures of the buffalo habitat, so let's do a little bit of that. Like, this is just very fun. Being able to go in here, check out what we've done. We got a nice aerial shot of this habitat, too. Got that lion right in that rule of thirds corner right there. Oh, the buffalo weaver. The buffalo weaver. Let's change out the lighting. Show the grid. That This was such a good episode. Not episode, it was such a good live stream. I like this. I might do this weekly. Because it's so easy just to pop in here. I'm going to be building anyway, so I might as well be building with y'all. But yeah. Car looks good. Pop in here. Let's change whatever train it was. Okay, you got a little bit attacked by the leaves, but it's fine. Call it immersive. Call it immersive. Alright. I think we'll end it there. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate you all stopping by. And till the next time when I work on this zoo, I'll see you all then. Bye-bye.